Oh, that's right.
All right. We can start. Okay. Call the meeting to order. As courtesy to everyone, please take a moment to silence any device that might interrupt the meeting. Thank you very much. Good evening and welcome this evening to the Mayor and Common Council meeting of Westminster Incorporated February 5th of 1819. We're gathered here at the historic City Hall, originally an estate built in 1842 by Colonel John K. Longwell. The city acquired the building in 1939 and has since been the venue where the mayor and council conduct the city's business. Now we'll begin, as we do every meeting, with the pledge to the flag, followed by a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Interesting fact about Westminster is in 1861, the Western Maryland Railroad reached Westminster, transforming the town into a regional transportation and commercial hub. The railroad connected Westminster to Baltimore and beyond, boosting local agriculture, manufacturing, and trade. It also played a strategic role during the Civil War, moving troops and supplies, cementing Westminster's importance in both economic and military history. While we are still fortunate to hear the train come through Westminster a couple of times a day, sadly, passenger rail service ended in 1959. Moving on, the council typically convenes on the second and fourth Monday of each month. Please note that these meetings are open to the public here at City Hall and are also streamed live on the city's YouTube page, as well as the Community Media Center's channel and website. We extend our gratitude to the Media Center for their partnership in ensuring public access to these meetings. Copies of this evening's agenda and the entire information packet that the council will be using are available online on the city's website. Hard copies of the agenda are also available here in the front of the room in case Lindy would like one. It says for those in attendance is how I write it, but you're in. Okay, so we'll move on. We have no closed session, no presentations, no public hearings. We have no special guests this evening other than Lindy. So we'll move right on to approval of the minutes. We have two sets of meeting minutes to consider this evening. Set of minutes from the Mayor and Common Council meeting of November 10th, 2025, and Mayor and Common Council work session meeting minutes of November 17th, 2025. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes as written?
Motion to approve, sir.
Thank you very much. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pecoraro. Any discussion related to the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, and the minutes are approved. We have 5 items on the consent calendar this evening. Is there a motion to approve the consent calendar?
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to approve.
Mr. Hall, do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gilbert. All those in favor of approving the consent calendar, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
The ayes have, any opposed? The ayes have it, and the consent calendar is approved. We will skip the report from the mayor. She is not able to be with us this evening. She is under the weather. So we'll move right on to committee reports. We'll start out with the Economic and Community Development Committee, Mr. Huff.
I have nothing to report tonight.
Thank you very much. Finance Committee.
Thank you, Mr. President. Only thing I have to report is that we've been working with the city administrator. We have a schedule set for the budget. Thank you, Ms. Imholz, for getting that organized, and we look forward to sharing that with you all. We look forward to the adoption of the budget ordinance by May 11th.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pecoraro. Big, lot of work in front of you. Personnel Committee, Ms. Gilbert.
I have no comment.
Thank you very much. Public Safety Committee, I have one brief thing. On November 11th, Westminster Police Department patrol officers located and stopped 2 suspects that had just stolen $700 worth of merchandise from Dick's Sporting Goods. During the stop, they also discovered a sizable amount of illegal narcotics. Both individuals were charged with various offenses. Nice work on that one. Recreation and Parks Department, Ms. Gilbert.
I do have a report here. On Thursday, November 20th, 12 volunteers and staff from the City of Westminster Recreation and Parks Department and the Alliance for the Chesapeake Bay rolled up their sleeves and planted a vibrant food forest in Wakefield Valley. The dynamic team filled the space with native fruit and nut trees, shrubs, and beneficial plants, creating habitats for local wildlife. Food forests boast soil health, protect clean water, and bring fresh food closer to the community. So a special thank you goes out to the Alliance for the Chesapeake Bay and all the volunteers who helped with that project. Miracle on Main Street will be taking place Saturday, November 29th from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. in our beautiful historic downtown. This free, family-friendly celebration is a great way to kick off the holiday season and support your local community. The event highlights include Santa's Treats will begin at 12 p.m., offering free family games, crafts, face painting, and balloon sculptures. Enjoy live entertainment on both the Locust Lane and Library stages throughout the entire day. If you feel like it, take a spin on our little ice rink that we will have. Shop local at our amazing downtown merchants and the Holiday Lonely Market featuring artisan vendors. At 4:55 p.m., the festival will start with the Jingle Bell Run. We'll dash, all those participants will dash down Main Street, leading into our beloved Holiday Electric Parade. After the parade, join everyone for caroling and at the ceremonial tree lighting in Locust Lane. The evening wraps up with a magical light display in City Park, complete with fire pits, s'mores, and hot chocolate.
S'mores. Thank you very much. Technology Committee, Mr. Dayhoff.
No report, sir.
Thank you very much. Intergovernmental, Mr. Huff.
The only thing I will note is I appreciate everybody's attendance at the delegation dinner that we had on the 13th. I thought it was another great dinner, which we have every year. So I appreciate everybody making it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to council comments and discussion. Mr. Pecoraro. Nothing tonight, Mr. President. Thank you very much, Mr. Dayhoff.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Gilbert.
I have nothing.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Huff.
I'll keep up.
Well, I am last, but I'm not gonna keep up. I did want to comment, City Hall looks
It's
amazing.
amazing.
You know, the lights and the
Amazing.
new Peace on Earth, it just looks awesome. I came up from Main Street this evening, which is uncommon for me in the evening, and it just looks absolutely wonderful. So fantastic work. Okay, we'll move on to bids. We have one bid this evening on the agenda. It's the approval of to Mid-Atlantic Utilities, Inc. in the not to exceed amount of $100,000 for valve nut and bolt replacement. So I guess this will be Ms. Amos.
Thank you, sir. Certain water distribution system valves installed in the late 1990s through 2007 have been found to have substantial bonnet bolt materials. The city's distribution system contains quite a number of valves that fit the substandard criteria. Fiscal year 26 is the fourth year of this replacement project, and it is currently scheduled to continue on an annual basis. The fiscal year 26 capital budget allocates $100,000 for replacement of the aforementioned substandard bolts. The project was advertised on EMMA with the pre-bid meeting and bid due dates of October 21st, 2025 and November 12th, 2025, respectively. Below is the summary of the 4 bids received. The lowest bidder was Mid-Atlantic Utilities, Inc. at $135,825. City staff have reviewed and evaluated references and the proposal from Mid-Atlantic Utilities, Inc. in the amount of $135,825 and finds it acceptable with regards to the city's needs. The city will replace only the number of valve bolts that can be purchased with the current budgeted amount. Fiscal year 26 capital budget funding for the project is $100,000. Staff recommends that the mayor and common council accept the bid of Mid-Atlantic Utilities, Inc. in the not to exceed amount of $100,000 for valve, nut, and bolt replacement. That concludes the staff report.
Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and get the bid on the table. Do I have a motion for approval of the bid.
So moved, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Pecoraro. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Huff. Now we'll go ahead and open this up for discussion. Anyone have any discussions?
Mr. President.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. So I just have a question. So, the memo on this referenced a large number of substandard bolts, out there. And that this is the fourth year of this replacement project. How many bolts do we have roughly? And I mean, how many more years is this gonna go? And I'm concerned that if they're already substandard and they are, ready to blow, I mean, should this something that should be accelerated? I mean, how much, something like blow that's really important to you. Wondering about this. So it's actually winds up being several questions.
More than one.
Thank
Get
you.
your money's worth.
We anticipate that this project will continue ongoing for a while, many years to come. We are replacing the valve bolts in-house. It would be much more expensive if we hired a contractor to do that. So we have systematically identified areas that each year, just like we do with paving management. Most of the time, when we have a water main break or a leak in the system, it's because one of these bolts had not been replaced in time. But it would be much more expensive if we went for, a 1.5-year project or something to do that. That's not how we've currently scoped it out. So we're taking a systematic approach in a way that we think is manageable with in-house staff in order to decrease the cost. And that's the path that we've put forward so far.
Thank you. It sounds like a thoughtful approach, although I'll just mention, Mr. Dayhoff has a wrench and a lot of time on his hands.
Mr. Pecoraro, I'm gonna have to ask you to step out and leave for a minute.
I apologize.
Mr. President, I have
That's
a
good.
follow-up
Go ahead.
question. So it sounds like we've been replacing a couple of these bolts. Is Mid-Atlantic the same company that's been providing the previous bolts?
I actually don't know the answer to that.
That's one question. I have a second question. I noticed the bids were quite a large difference between Mid-Atlantic and the fourth company. I mean, considerably large. So I guess I had a question on ensuring that what we're purchasing is good and it will not need to be replaced again in the near future.
Well, I can't promise that is the case. I can tell you that we've done our due diligence and we have checked with references. I'm not sure if we've used this company. Ms. Rogers, do you know off the top of your head if we've currently used this company?
I did, but I can certainly look like you're talking.
Yeah. The city staff have looked into it and feel comfortable recommending to the council that we move forward.
Thank you.
I can't explain why there's such differences in the prices, except to say that almost all of our bids have come back regardless of the topic, where the highest bidder is more than twice what the lowest bidder is, with no seeming rhyme or reason as to why that is.
So one of the things I would opine, being a hobbyist motorcycle and race car guy, is nuts and bolts are graded. So, and they're graded by an entity that tests Rockwell hardness and strength and pure strength. And typically each one of those fasteners have a grading on them. And if they meet that standard, they meet the standard. If they don't meet the standard, they don't. And I'm eminently sure that we're buying hardware that probably meets that minimum standard. Once you get beyond that, there can be variations, but it's got to meet that minimum threshold. So I would suspect that we're making sure they're all grade 8 bolts or whatever they might be. Just for what that's worth, Ms. Gilbert, is that they're not just willy-nilly made, they actually do get graded. Now you can buy junk hardware that doesn't have grading on it, but I guarantee that's not what we're purchasing. There's no way. Okay. Good.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else have any comments about or discussion regarding the bid? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and call the question. All those in favor of approving the bid to Mid-Atlantic for an amount not to exceed $100,000, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, and you have $100,000 to spend on nuts and bolts. Ms. Imhoff.
Thank you so much.
You are quite welcome. Mr. Whitworth, I apologize, but there's nothing for you this evening in terms of ordinances or resolutions.
Thank you.
So we will move on to unfinished business. I have no items of unfinished business. Does anyone else have any items of unfinished business? Hearing none, we'll move on to new business. So we have 2 items of new business this evening. The first item of new business is approval to waive parking meter fees on Main Street from December 1st, 2025 through December 25th, 2025. Probably not random dates. I would suspect they are related to the holiday. Ms. Rogers.
Thank you, Mr. President. In 2021, the Common Council took action to allow for the waiving of the parking meter fees on Main Street during the holiday season to encourage patrons to visit and shop locally in the city's downtown corridor. The city would like to continue with this tradition and waive the parking fees on Main Street. Staff recommends approval to waive parking meter fees with a 3-hour time limit on Main Street from Monday, December 1st, 2025 through Thursday, December 25th, 2025.
Thank you, Ms. Rogers. I have a motion to approve the waiving of parking meter fees on Main Street for the holiday.
Mr. President, I'll make that
Thank you,
motion.
Mr. Huff. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dayhoff. Is there any discussion related to this item?
President,
Yes, sir.
have we not done this since 2021?
No, we do it every
I
year.
think we started in 2020.
We started long before
We
2021.
did it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Greg and I.
Maybe we just skipped it during the pandemic. Oh, yeah, this is.
Yeah, we did it a long time ago.
Okay.
I was just confused by the number. Obviously, we should, it's a great idea. Thank you. Ms. Rogers should bring it.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the mayor is really the person to spearhead bringing it back, because I remember having a discussion.
Could well be.
Yeah, good for mine.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President, sorry.
No worries. Okay. Any other discussion related to the parking meters other than I'll just say I think it's a really good thing to do for our downtown businesses.
It's good stuff.
Parking meters don't really make us any money anyway. They're probably operating at about a net neutral. So real big reason is to keep traffic moving on Main Street or parking spots opening. So that's why we limited it to 3 hours to try to encourage that. Okay, we'll go ahead and call the question. All those in favor of approval of waiver of the parking meter fees for the holiday on Main Street, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, and we can waive those fees. We have one more item of new business, and for that, we'll go to Mr. Pecoraro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Common Council adjourn into a closed meeting on Monday, November 24th, 2025, at the conclusion of its regular meeting in accordance with general provisions article of the Annotated Code of Maryland, section 3-305B1, which allows us to discuss the appointment, employment, assignment, promotion, discipline, demotion, compensation, removal, resignation, or performance evaluation, appointees, employees, or officials over whom this public body has jurisdiction, and any other personal matter that affects one or more specific individuals, and B7, consult with counsel to obtain legal advice.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pecoraro. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Huff. All those in favor of the approval to go into a closed meeting, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, and we have approved going into a closed session, immediately concluding this meeting. Now we'll move on to departmental reports. Ms. Imhoff.
Thank you, sir. I want to start off by thanking the Public Works Department because man, does downtown look nice right now. They don't put the lights in the trees, but they do oversee the contract that's doing that. They certainly light the trees, the evergreens that are sitting on various city properties like this property here, the one at the Veterans Memorial, and throughout town, as well as our city buildings. Ooh, it looks good. It really does look good. So that takes an enormous amount of work from the teams to get us all ready for that. And I want to take a moment to thank them for that. All right, in the holiday mode, we're going to start with the Recreation Department for an event that everyone is so excited about on Saturday. that goes for on and on and on and on and on. So if you have any time on Saturday, you should come down to the downtown area for one of many, many, many things to do. Ms. Gruber?
We have 8 hours of holiday fun on tap. So hopefully anyone who is interested could find a couple of minutes to visit our downtown and all of the festivities that Councilmember Gilbert mentioned during her Recreation and Parks report. Notably today, the ice rink was installed in Locust Lane, thanks to our streets department. And we have been putting the finishing touches on the City Park light display. So we're very excited to illuminate that. Our theme for this year is holidays from around the world. So we are very excited. We haven't even seen it with all of the lights on yet. So hopefully tomorrow night we'll be able to get a sneak peek of what that will look like. And we'll do the grand illumination on Saturday, November 29th for the entire community. Those lights will remain on through the end of December, and then will go dark in 2026. So the lights will be on in the evenings for everybody to enjoy. And all of the events, might I add, are free of charge. And it is obviously the city's way of saying happy holidays to our residents and visitors. So thank you so much for your continued support. And we certainly are excited to see all of you in the parade on Saturday. That concludes my report.
Are there any questions for Ms. Gruber? Hearing none, we'll move on to the Human Resources Department. Ms. Brown.
Good evening. I have no report tonight.
Are there any questions for Ms. Brown? Hearing none, we'll move on to the IT Department. Some more.
The only thing I'll say is that now that that's an approved part mobile, will also show that there's free parking along Main Street for those meters as well. So other than that, I have no other things to report.
So if they pull the app up, it'll tell them right away that you don't have to.
They try to say no parking available and it says free for the holidays on there.
Nice. Can you put it, from your mayor and council?
Sure.
That picture of town options.
Great.
You'll find that there's very little that Mr. Moore can do.
I agree with you there.
All right, hearing no further questions, we'll move on to the Housing Department. Mr. Brown.
Thank you. I have no report this evening.
The report, we're moving right along. Any questions for the Housing Department?
I would just like to make a quick comment, Mr. Brown. I know that you met with another elected official from the county within the past week or two, and I appreciate the job well done, helping, inform that member of another body, in terms of his concerns and questions. So I just wanted to compliment you on that job well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So,
All right, let's move on to the Planning Department. Mr. Depot.
thank you. Good evening. On November 20th, the Planning and Zoning Commission forwarded a recommendation to approve Ordinance 2025-09, the PI Plan Industrial Zone Uses and Procedures Text Amendment to the Mayor and Common Council as it was introduced by the Mayor and Common Council on October 13th, 2025. The Commission forwarded Resolution 2508, Knit Center Park Condominium Phase 1. This is Annexation 89 to the Mayor and Common Council with a favorable recommendation. The Commission also conditionally approved Site Development Plan S240008, Members First Federal Credit Union, to construct a 2,990 square feet bank and savings and loan institution on vacant property located on the eastern side of Baltimore Boulevard, adjacent to the Goodwill. And that completes my report.
In record time.
That, by the way, that train was supposed to come by as I was reading. Just a little awful. It's like a flyby at the stadium.
That's some bad staff reporting. Responsibility for that, sir. We'll do better next time. Are there any questions for Mr. Depot? Hearing none, we will move on to the Finance Department. Ms. Rogers.
Thank you. I have no report this evening.
Just because she has no report doesn't mean she is not working her to the grindstone over there. So thank you for all that you do.
You're welcome.
We will finish up then with the Police Department. Chief Price.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening. Just a quick reminder, as we come into the holiday seasons, we're going to be deploying additional resources in the form of holiday patrols. These efforts are going to be high visibility patrol all around the shopping centers, a 140 corridor, and then along with some dedicated impaired driving enforcement during the evening hours. So we just want everybody to have a safe holiday and get to where they're supposed to go. But thank you.
Any questions for the chief? I just want to take a moment to wish the community, the mayor and council, and all of our city employees a safe and joyous Thanksgiving. Enjoy your days off for those of you that have a chance to. And we all appreciate, Mayor and Council, your support as always. Mr. President, that concludes the departmental reports.
Thank you very much, Ms. Imholz. Now we'll move on to citizens' comment, the final item on our agenda this evening. This is when we invite the public to address the mayor and council on any issues related to tonight's agenda or any other matters. For those not attending this meeting, we welcome your comments via email at comments@westminstermd.gov. All emailed comments will be shared with the mayor and council. Please include your address and phone number with your comments. We will now invite comments from those present this evening. This is an opportunity for the public to share their thoughts with the mayor and council. Our role at this point is to listen to your comments and respond appropriately after consulting with staff and each other. Is there anyone here this evening that would like to be heard? Yes, ma'am.
Linda McNulty, 195 West Main Street. I'd like to thank the technology department for having a website that actually worked without making me run screaming out of the room. I can actually pay my water bill and property taxes, unlike some county and state websites. So thank you.
I agree with you more. Thank you, Lindy. Okay, that concludes our agenda this evening, and our next regularly scheduled meeting will be December 8th. Reminder that we will not have a second meeting this month, in the month of December, so that will be our final meeting of 2025. And with that, and without objection, we are adjourned.